Hey everybody, it's Carlos with the Nerd Today podcast coming back at you guys. I hope you're catching you well. I don't know why I always stumble on that word. I'm not going to edit it. I said this in the other video. But moving on. Hope everyone is well. I hope you are enjoying your E3 2021. Welcome again to E3 2021 coverage on the Nerd Today podcast. My first year covering E3, as well as other things like Summer Game Fest. I just realized the asset that I have for transition, make sure that's on. It doesn't look good if I have like an E3 2021 thing right there. And you don't also need to see this? God damn. Gosh darn, I see that's the parent in me editing myself. But hope everyone's well. This is one of the many videos we're doing around E3 and Summer Games Fest. Whole stack lineup. I will be covering a lot of the bigger ones, if not in like one shape or form. For instance, this whole episode will be about Summer Games Fest Kickoff. That was yesterday as of recording. It's 11:30 on the 11th of June. So this was June 10th. And I'm not going to cover everything that was talked about. I'm just going to cover a big highlight stuff that interests me in some way, shape, or form, and some funny stories about maybe products and things like that. These are not going to be traditionally episode titles. They will be on audio and video format. But they're not going to be like, I don't want to say they're going to be like typical like Nerder Day episodes, like episode 25. Like, yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Do I want to pad the numbers out? Do I not want to pad the numbers out? We'll see. Also, because then, like, does it cannibalize my stuff? I should have had meetings with my wife before this, because she's really smart with this stuff. She's smart with everything, actually. She's amazing. She's probably not going to be watching this, though, or listening. Unless she wants to go to bed. Anyway, let's kick things off. I feel like I learned nothing from talking to Mr. Midas Gaming. He gave me some solid advice, and I completely was like, yeah, no, totally. I have that in writing. And then in this episode, crumpled it up respectfully, not against him, and just was like, no, I got this. No, yeah, I'm totally just gonna go right to my topic. Thanks, Mr. Midas. And in the trash. I have to pick that up later. I'm gonna need that, I think, this week. So, kicking off, and these are no particular order. I'm just gonna talk about like some highlights for me of Summer Games Fest Kickoff. I'm gonna say first and foremost, shout out to Jeff Keighley, man. That dude, I feel, does not age. I think he is a vampire. That's why we haven't seen the Gillette man. He killed him. He is sucking his blood dry. That's a Game Award or Video Game Awards joke if you used to watch back in the day. Anyway, great. It was actually like a super amazing. Super amazing. I feel like I was talking to my son all night, and I'm just picking up his like 3-year word patterns. I thought it was a pretty good show. I think he had a good pace to it. A lot of decent announcements. Kind of set the precedent of what we're gonna get, I think, for, you know, Summer Games Fest slash, you know, E3, and just kind of leading us in all the way to like the Paris Games Week at the end of the summer, and then you know what time it is, man. This other best time of the year, Game Awards in December, like a poop load of months later. Anyway, kicking off. So, as I mentioned, these are going to be out of order. First thing that stood out to me is Fall Guys, game a lot of people love. I've never had the pleasure of playing it, but it kept a lot of people going during this pandemic, and a lot of people legit like it, and it seems fun. Fun multiplayer games. I haven't been able to play a multiplayer game in 84 years. It's a Titanic joke. That movie's horrible. It just is. But 2B's outfit from Nier Automata, or Automata? Am I saying it right? Anyway, it's coming to Fall Guys. I wanted to mention that specifically, not for Fall Guys. Again, shout out to you guys who love that. I'm literally mentioning it because I love Nier Automata, or Automata, whatever. It's an amazing JRPG that everyone should play, and I'm glad it finally clicked with me years after I bought the game and tried it once, and I was like, not for me. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna do this. Let's let's jump into this world. And man, it clicked, and it's just a beautiful story and message and music and all that stuff. Can't wait to play the remake of Nier Replicant at some point this year. Fingers crossed I get a PS5 and then I buy that. I mean, I play on PS4. I just want this faster load times. Next, big series of mine that I love. I'm a huge horror fan. I have not been able to talk about that on the Nerd Today podcast. I think I may have mentioned it in other videos, but horror movies are just such a amazing thing for me. Like, I mean, they do such wonderful things. To my little tiny black soul, I resonate with so many horror movies. Like, it's just a thing I love to watch. It's harder to watch it, obviously, with kids, just because you never know, if one's listening or anything like that. It's easy when they're babies. I will say that, guys and gals. If you watch it, I watched Curse of Chucky and Cold of Chucky, literally like as my son was like being born. That's a joke. I'm not a shitty father. I was paying attention to my wife, making sure she was alright. If you were watching a movie while your significant other was giving birth, you're a shitty person. Don't at me. Also, Wolverine sucks as a character compared to Cyclops. As a character himself, pretty cool lore, things like that. Laura's better Wolverine. Shout out to Tom Taylor, and Cyclops is better. Hashtag Cyclops was right, and don't at me on that one either. And so, yeah, I just want to mention horror is a huge thing in my life that I have not been able to cover, like I mentioned. But Evil Dead is one of my favorite franchises of all time, thanks to my cousin Brandon. Shout out to you. It's sort of like a surrogate big brother for me. And he used to do a lot of filming stuff. Was like a film student and like recreated like Ash's like possessed hands smashing his plates on his head. And that's the earliest thing I've ever saw or heard of Evil Dead, because he's like, you don't know what Evil Dead is? I'm like 10 years old. I'm like, no, I don't know what Evil Dead is. And he's like, yeah, no, that's probably a good idea. You shouldn't know. I was like, can you show me? He's like, oh, no. This tree does stuff to this lady, and it's a shame. But there's a game coming out, and this is a gaming section of the podcast, I guess. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of gaming. I should do some movie stuff. Loki's just came out. It's a good episode. But yeah, gameplay overview trailer voiced by Ashley J. Williams himself. Shop S Smart. It's similar to Friday the 13th gameplay. You can play as, I don't know. It didn't specifically say how many characters you can play on, like the good guys. But they showed a bunch of people from different shows, movies within the Evil Dead universe. I mean, we had like Ash. It looked like we had two different models for Ash. One from the movies, like Evil Dead 2 / Army of Darkness. More Evil Dead 2 because I could see he had a shirt completely on. Arthur from Army of Darkness. Pablo and Kelly from Evil Dead. This Ash was the Evil Dead, the series on Stars, which is amazing. And then I think Linda was in it, like the original Linda from Evil Dead as one of the people. Super over the top gory, which is, for Evil Dead fans like me. I'm hoping eventually down the line we get some like DLC characters, like Mia from the remake. I think she's amazing. That'd be really cool. I want more Mia. We're not going to get more Mia because there's a new movie coming out that doesn't connect with that movie. But, well, to be fair, her show just got canceled. So maybe I shouldn't be happy about someone losing their job. But in my head, they get Evil Dead again. That'd be cool. Also ends with a teaser of Evil Ash. His all messed up face and his armor from Army of Darkness. And also Bruce Campbell mentioned you could also play as the Kandarian demon and like possess people and like have them become deadites and attack and stuff. So it looks really cool. Also Lucy Lawless, that'd be cool if she gets a cameo in this. I forget the name of her character, but if she gets a cameo in this game, that'd be cool. moving on, Metal Slug Tactics. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful art style, trailer, and that's all I can say about it because I played Metal Slug back in the day on arcades. Again, if you want to know what arcades is, you can watch my video somewhere. I'll have E3, maybe E3 playlist. I'll link that below. But yeah, I have a whole thing about arcade one-ups, new cabinets they announced. But yeah, I played it there, but not really much, console wise. They're just absolutely gorgeous. Play really well. Like normal Metal Slug games, like Metal Slug 1, 2, 3, are play really well. But this is a tactics game, and tactical RPGs aren't my thing. If they're yours, I'm very happy for you. I've tried so many times. It just does not click. I've tried so many different genres. So many. And or different types of games like Fire Emblem Tactics, Ogre, Final Fantasy Tactics. I feel like the Game Boy Advance one was the closest I got to like it almost clicking, and I was like, yeah, too hard, bye. But yeah, that looks awesome. I don't want to talk too much more because I think the person who now owns the whole franchise and studio is not the best in the world. So, the less I say, the better. Moving on, we had a teaser trailer for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. It is an offshoot of the Borderlands series. Gameplay reveal probably is going to be around the 2K presentation, I'm assuming. But they got Andy Samberg in this thing and Wanda Sykes, which, hi Wanda, my name's Carlos. A few years back, you were having breakfast or brunch with your wife and your kids, and I'm assuming your wife's in-laws, or your in-laws, because it's your wife's kid, parents, and I didn't wave because you were eating with your kids, but hey, hi, you look like you like the food. I like the food there. It was really good. This is all a true story. She lives outside of Philly, so nice. Sorry, my kid dropped a deuce in the restaurant, and I had to clean it. My bad. Moving on. Among Us roadmap was shown. I never played as well, so maybe I shouldn't be covering this, as some people online will say. But it's one of the biggest games ever in the history of ever. Especially multiplayer wise, and my niece loves it, so this is for you, Ariana. Never played. The community around it love it, and as they should. It seems like the developers are doing the right things there. And it was just great to they have like a hide and seek mode and things like that. I think it's just great just have like a minute trailer, be like, hey, this is what's coming in the future. Enjoy. Hope you guys had a good time. Really cool. Solar Ash gameplay trailer was I watched. It was really just gorgeous, man. I mean, these colors were really popping. I kind of want to see it on my 4K TV. Not that I necessarily know that the trailer itself was in 4K, but just the colors and stuff just look really really beautiful. And I know it's connected to another game series, and I really should check those out. Tales of Arise, one of the many Tales games, the newest one coming out in that series. That's coming out. It looks really cool. Again, that looks really beautiful. It's on Xbox One generation, PS4 generation, PS5 generation, Xbox Series generation. I mentioned earlier, like, I love my JRPGs, man, but that's a series that completely bypassed me. Like, that's a series I wanted to try multiple times. I remember I got the issue of Nintendo Power when Tales of Symphonia was announced. Like, that was awesome. That was like a time and place for a lot of GameCube owners. And pardon me, I know that's rude, but I'm very thirsty and I know I have really good breath control. But yeah, it's just something that passed me by, and I've always wanted to, I own a bunch too on PS3, but backwards compatibility is out of sight, out of mind in Sony's vision of next gen gaming. Not necessarily with Xbox, but those are tomatoes I'm thinking in this generation, which is another video I'll do. I think it's the next video I'm actually filming. And Yeah, I'm gonna end with like two of the biggest trailers, I would say, just for me personally. Now I own this game. I've not put any time at all in it, but this is really cool to watch, and it was a cool new cut trailer for Death Stranding director's cut. Hideo kind of playing off of his past of Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear itself trailers. Seemed like at least watching Kevin from PlayStation Shorts. Shout out, homie. If you're still playing Ratchet Clank, I might just hop in your chat in a minute and just say what's up. How you doing, man? It's been too long, aka 20 minutes, since I talked to you. But yeah, they showed a really cool, funny trailer, like similar, like is Sam, right? I bought the game, I own it. It's on my dashboard or whatever you call it, cross media part in PlayStation. Just sitting there waiting to be played. The visuals look way better. Everything was captured on a PS5. Really funny trailer. That Decima engine is beautiful. But my only question would be here, and I mentioned I have in my notes right here. I mean, is this going to be one of those free upgrades? Like, I own the PS4 version, so if I eventually get a PS5, like, and let's say I get a PS5, like, November 14th, that's a specific date in my life, so if you know, you know. But, like, do I get a PS5 then, and then? That's not right. That doesn't sound right at all. Jeff, correct me, please. Then proceeding, like, December 12th, like, the director's cut comes out. Do I get that for free? Is that a game, like a full-fledged $60 game you have to buy again? I don't know. I hope we get kind of more. If it is cross-generational, you pay it once and you have it. I think that practice works really well for Xbox. I think as the industry as a whole should adapt that. And be really interested to see, especially if there's like upgrades. Like if there's an upgrade, just don't charge me more. I think that's particularly dumb, but let's see what the industry says. That's for another time, another topic. And then moving on, I guess the hypest trailer on the Summer Game Kickoff, it would have to be Elden Ring. Jeff Keighley's excitement for being able to show gameplay of it, and mind you, Bandai Namco has their own presentation this week during E3, and the fact that Jeff was able to secure this trailer with am I correct, Miyazaki? I don't know if that's correct. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I've actually never played your game, sir. I am very afraid of hard games. But that being said, not willing to not try it. You know, I have Bloodborne I got because of PlayStation Plus, so I would like to, eventually try it maybe. I gotta beat Resident Evil Village first. Shout out to you, Joey. Probably that's a nice early Father's Day gift. Yeah, but this is a show, and the enthusiasm, this is like a big game. Every Soulsborne game that comes out, more people get eyes on it, because of Bloodborne, more people got eyes on Sekiro. Because more people saw Sekiro, Demon Souls remake by Bluepoint came out, and I was like, I got PS5, I need a PS5 only game. Here's Demon Souls, And now we have Elden Ring coming out, and, George R.R. Martin, who doesn't know how to finish books, that's a cheap jab. That's not fair to him. I don't know what his life is like, but I would hope for his sake he finishes the book, just in case he's getting up there age-wise. That's not, I just worry about him, and his fandom can be a little toxic. As I made a, low punch joke, that's not fair. They're working together, open world Soulsborne game. I don't have too much detail at the time of writing. I think it seems like IGN has a sit down interview maybe with them. So it's interesting to see. Seems like you can call your mount at any time. I'm sure, it's going to take some cues from Zelda, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. A Japanese developer looking at Nintendo and be like, hey, you guys do open world pretty well, and especially now with Breath of the Wild, And it's kind of like a tit for tat, right? Oh, Western RPGs are doing this. Zelda team finally being like, yeah, let's do this. And then now, like, maybe Soulsborne game be like, hey, you guys did this well. We can do it better, maybe. It's just not necessarily, or not competitive in that nature, maybe. But it's just cool, like, everyone's kind of adapting and just kind of like, yeah, well, let me borrow that mechanic. Oh, let me borrow this mechanic. And things of that nature. So, really cool. Seems really decent. I watched the trailer in 4K. Really pretty. And if that's your type of game, man, I'm really happy for you. So that is the basic gist of Summer Game Fest for me. Some Overwatch 2 stuff in there, some other like indies showing off and things like that nature. So that is all for tonight, at least for me. These are getting long-winded. We had 20 minutes. I wanted this to be 15. I gotta get better at this. Anyway, we'll keep going with this, man. This is not the only video. We're gonna have another video talking about some announcements from Xbox, some arcade videos. They'll all be listed on the E3/Summer Game Fest playlist. And that's it, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.